Good morning, everyone. This is Brad Matheny. Today is the 17th, I think. Yep, 17th of December. Really getting right into that Christmas season. Markets are probably going to roll. Now, you remember I talked about this yesterday about how, I expected kind of this double topping pattern. We've got this high cycle range. We're setting up kind of a double. Let me copy this and I'll show you. First off, let me expand this a little bit. This is a 4-hour chart of the SPY. And we're setting up kind of this double rolling, kind of this double rolling excess phase peak pattern, right? So I'm trying to make this a little lighter. And let me come in here, make this a little lighter. So you can see here, we've got this roll downward, visual order, bring the front. So we've got this roll, this kind of a peak up here, down into this flagging formation that's coming right across here. And I'll make that a different color so you can see it. And so there's our excess phase peak rolling pattern. And again, we've got to get above this level here, 609.12. So let me mark that, 609.12, in order to break above that. Now, we just had the rollover of the contract month. It rolled over on my other server about 3-4 days ago, but it rolled over today. It looks like on TradingView, and so now if you look at the pre-market here, we're at 604 and change. We're down in this area, okay, and this is going to be very, very interesting in the sense that I believe we're going to be looking at a moderate rolling downward into this consolidation period over here. And I'll mark that in a dark red so you can see it. There you go. It looks like we're going to be rolling into this consolidation period, which is going to be going all the way back to the pre-election time frame that I highlighted earlier. So you can see all these drawings, which I need to spend some time to get rid of. But I'll leave most of them for now. And I need you to be aware that we are going to run probably back down into this pre-election zone. You can see I've drawn these two boxes. This is pre-election back over here. This is the high of the gap that we found this support. I would not be surprised to see price levels come down to 586, 588, 590, maybe even down into this 578 area. Ultimately, that could be down over here near the inauguration. So now, what does this mean as a trader? It means that we're getting a fairly broad unwinding. I highlighted the excess phase, or the rolling of the crash index as this reloads. We've now closed down below the gap. Here's the gap window. We're crushing back downward on the crash index. This is a daily chart. It doesn't take much to understand that as we're rolling down this cycle, this solid downward trend, that the markets themselves are kind of unwinding. And you're going to see a big block of downward cycle trends in various instruments. It's going to be a fairly, other than maybe the Magnificent Seven or the indexes, which continue to push a little higher, understand that we're looking at a fairly broad unwinding of the markets. And I've been trying to talk to you about this for a while, about how we're going to come back down to Remember, this is pre-election area here. So in this particular case with the crash index, and I will minimize some of these. Let me just come up here. I think that we could actually fall down into this lower level down in this area simply because we could unwind quite a bit over the next 20 or 30 days. And, we could be in this area prior to the inauguration, which is roughly here. Not saying that it's going to be a crash. I'm saying that we could unwind to this level, okay, consolidate, unwind back even further, and then try to move into an area here. This would set up this is daily. This would set up a big, broad kind of a flagging formation here. So we could see that happen very easily with an excess phase peak pattern. Okay, what did I want to talk about today? Okay, today we have a momentum rally in trend mode. We're in warning. We're rolling downward a bit. Everything is off just a bit today. I think the momentum rally may last in the morning. So let me come back over here to the SPY and explain to you what's likely to happen here. So this is a 4 hour. Come back into 2 hour. And again, this is my opinion, guys. Okay, so we're going to open up a bit lower. I think what we're really looking at here, guys, is a brief reprieve from this opening area here, rolling up a little bit and then rolling back down. So we will get our rally. We'll probably top out. Let me go down here to 1 hour. More than likely, we will get our rally. We will peak out somewhere back up near the 606, 607 area, and then maybe roll into downward trending tomorrow, and then even deeper trending into Thursday. So I think we're kind of rolling into that unwinding, the excess unwinding phase. So when you come over here and you take a look at this, what we're really doing, folks, is we're just kind of setting up that big, broad, left shoulder, head, right shoulder into the inauguration over here, and then maybe a breakdown. So we'll see how it plays out. This is a very large kind of a head and shoulders formation. And I think we're going to unwind back down into, as I mentioned to you, this area here. I think the next target is to come down into this area. And try to find support. I think it's just an unwinding. And like I said, I think it's tied to the uncertainty of what's going on with Joe Biden and what he's capable of doing still before the inauguration. And I think it's gonna cause the markets to pause. And I think ultimately, when you look at this on a daily chart, what it means is that we are going to be, whoa. Hey, Brad, have some drawings. What we're going to be looking for, guys, is really just kind of pulling down and, like I said, pulling into this 588 to 584 area, which is this lower channel here. Let me find my line, drag this over. And this will likely set up some buy opportunities, back over here. I've already highlighted them and showed them to you yesterday. So I think we're going to be looking at buy opportunities over here near the inauguration, just after basically, or right around the inauguration, and then back over here in February. I think we're going to be looking at some buy opportunities here. So we got to kind of just, ride out where we're at right now and protect against this downside move. So, I've drawn these lines. This is the potential deep low. This is a rolling. So let me try to draw this for you in a way that you can understand. So ideally, I've drawn all these lines, and what we're looking at, in my opinion, is a rolling trend, maybe bouncing off the upper support level here for a bit, rolling down into deeper lows, rolling back out of it into a deeper low, and then rolling back up and out. So that gives you a really solid idea of what the patterns and my research suggest is fairly likely. So kind of a roll, a bounce, a roll down into extreme volatility here, maybe a deeper low afterwards, and then we roll into these double basing areas to move higher. So now, as a trader, what should you guys be doing? You know, like I said, I try to do this every day. I try to help you guys out. And my rule is kind of I do the research and you guys decide what to trade. Okay. And I know it's hard, but legally I'm not supposed to be going out and telling you, oh, buy this, sell this, do whatever. I want you guys to figure it out. The Nasdaq is going to likely move down. You can spend some time looking at sector spiders that are likely going to move down. I went over these last week in a video that you can get over here on my profile, where it was the sector right here, spider sectors rolling down as anomaly event sets up. I put these things out here to try to help you. I try to help you understand what is likely to happen. So we're rolling into a downward cycle trend, meaning that your put options are going to be probably your best scenario for the major markets, the QQQ, the SPY, maybe IWM, call options for the VIX, possibly, maybe call options for 2x ETFs, setting them up. Maybe like we can come over here and TECL is, I think, a 3x. Yeah, it's a 3x ETF. So this is a tech long setup. You can see how we broke out of this. We're a little bit higher. If we do get that breakdown where this moves downward, trying to get my draw tool again. If we get this roll where this moves downward a bit into 2025, well, then, you're going to have a pretty good opportunity here with some put options. But at the same point in time, TECS, you could have some really great opportunities here looking for a rolling, all kinds of lines over here. I must have done something from the past. You could have some really good opportunity here for one of these types of moves, like this. Pop, pop. You could get a nice little move here up into 70, 75 on a call option. And while this is setting down and moving downward, these are going to be pretty cheap options for a move to the downside, especially in technology. Okay, you could do the same thing with the invert, major index symbols. So you could essentially be trading long the inverted symbols, waiting for a move to the upside. Now, timing is important. So understand that, we come back over here to the SPY, we're really looking at this rolling pattern to take place into December, about halfway down, and then rolling into a topping pattern into January 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, and then rolling down into the ultimate low around the 20th to 24th of January. And this could be what I'm calling the ultimate low, meaning the lowest low we've seen. Could be way down here at 568, but I think we're going to be looking at a pretty good low right here. Okay, now, as a means to, and I want to show you something, but I want to show it to you. Let me drag this over off another screen. Sorry, this is to try to keep in. No, go away. Okay. TradingView doesn't like me showing you things that are considered promotional. So I'm trying to do this off another screen so I can bring it back and show you data without it looking promotional. Okay, here we go. Come back over here. So now the TT scanner tools that are available to my subscribers provide some really great insights. So I'm going to just highlight right now the 60-minute setups. Okay, this was as of yesterday. And now let's look at the dailies as well. So, I want you to understand that these are trade triggers that are set up. These are the number of bars that it's been in the trade: 9 days, 5 days, 9 days, 26 days, 10 days, 5 days. You can see the results right here. Everything going down this profit column are the results of the trade triggers. And these are what's basically to show you that you're going to get a number of really great opportunities here. Anytime you see these pink numbers here in target 1 and target 2, that means that it's already hit these targets and it's locked in profits on the trade. So this QQQ started 9 days ago. We've locked in this target and this target, and we're still up 4.67%. You would theoretically be selling, 1/3 to 1/2 here, 1/3 to 1/2 here, and let the rest run. Stop levels currently at this level. We have what's called my proprietary thrust pattern is still bullish. Profit factor and win rate, as well as ranking, current ranking, bull bear ranking 4 is pretty good. 6, 7, 8, 9 is even better on a bull ranking, and it currently shifted from a 5 to a 4. That's what this means. It went down by 1. This is the bull bear rank and the bull bear shift. Bull bear shift means how did it last change? So this is weakening into a moderate trend. A 4 is a moderate trend. A -4 is a moderate bearish trend. A -6, well, anything 6, 7, 8, 9, or -6, 7, 8, 9 is a pretty solid trend. Now, understand that, the way I try to look at the markets is I look at these as a basket. So we're starting to get, some shorts in here. XLI, XLB short. I think this is a very solid move in XLB. IHI short, brand new trigger. We have here HYG short, brand new trigger. That was as of yesterday. We're getting these downward moves, and then we move down into like the 15-minute, and you can see here we've got silver short. This is on a 15-minute basis. Hasn't hit any targets. XLB short, perfect. Love to see the consistency across daily. And remember, you have daily, 60, 15-minute, 5-minute, and 2-minute. You have the IHI is also short here. GDXJ is short by 2. RSP is short, already hit the targets. Not so many new triggers, but we can go all the way down into, for example, like 5-minute. And we can see these great new triggers setting up. At the end of the day yesterday, IYC set up short, QQQ set up short on 5-minute, TQQQ set up short, brand new trigger, QLD set up short. So we're looking at a pretty good carryover trend potentially. Now 5-minute triggers only last maybe an hour, maybe longer. I have to remember this is our longest trade right here. That's basically an hour. So, but when you get to these triggers, targets, that means it's locked in profits. It's hit a good profit. So you want to look for pinks. Pinks mean it's a good trade. And if you get a number 1 pink, like target number 1 here, and it's still fairly early, you can actually catch this trade to catch the remainder of it if you'd like. But again, what I was trying to show you was the SPY sectors. So XLC has been long for 60 days. XLY has been long for 25 days. And granted, look, they're up quite a bit, 13%, 12%. But what I'm looking for here is a rollover. So it's not going to happen on the daily charts right away. it will start to become evident over here on the 60-minute when it rolls, which will likely be today, or the 15-minute when it rolls. You're going to start to see, XLV is short, XLE is short, XLU, XLB. Now I would be, if we get a rollover, I'd be looking for XLK to move into a short trigger. I'd be looking for SPY to move into a short trigger. I'd be looking for QQQ to move into a short trigger, and we just don't have it yet. So it's going to be a matter of time here. So here we go on a 5-minute. XLRE is short, XLV is short, and again, these are valid short-term 5-minute setups. Okay, the point being that if we are going to see this rollover happen, you are going to see it across various, it's malware bytes keep showing up, various sectors to roll downward. So we just don't have that trend yet in the SPY spider sectors. We've got a couple of shorts, and one in XLV, brand new trigger, but otherwise XLC is in a long trade. It's been in a long trade for 60 days. XLY has been in a long trade for 25. SPY has been in a long trade for 60, up 6.82%. And QQQ has been in a long trade for 10 days, up 5.27%. Already locked in our target. So we got in at 511.01. Our stop is at 521.04. We are already locked in. Profits. So the point being is that you're going to see the markets roll. And that's, like I'm saying, we're going to see this rolling event happen. And throughout this rotation, you're going to start to see the markets roll into downward cycle trends and downward rotation. So what I was trying to tell you is be prepared. You look at triggers, they're now showing you this past. We're getting this weakness and potential breakdown. I think we're going to see it start to roll into down triggers. Okay, real quickly, QQQ. I don't want to be forever on this video today. Big breakaway. Look at how this moved. I urged everyone to try to move to cash yesterday. I think we're getting into that breakdown period. QQQ is at 136 today. I would still urge everyone to be fairly cautious. We do have this potential rolling breakdown. Now, maybe the Qs will avoid it periodically, meaning have still a little bit of a rally phase here before we break down. But I believe, honestly, that the markets are going to attempt to roll downward into Christmas. I just, for whatever reason, my cycle systems and my research suggests that we're going to get some sort of a breakdown. It's not going to be huge. It's going to come right back down, potentially these lower levels, but I'm just going to urge you guys to stay cautious. If I'm wrong and it keeps going up, you guys are going to be okay no matter what. But I see the market coming back down into this inauguration and trying to roll out of a base from that level. So heads up on that. Okay, so let's go to gold and silver. Gold and silver were down a bit overnight. Outside of this range, this is a 4-hour gold chart. Really do believe that we're going to be looking at a recovery phase here in gold. I think that fear in this double bottoming scenario here is going to prompt gold to rally back up into this area over the next couple of days. I wouldn't be surprised to see it happen now. We have this is the momentum rally trigger. This is, where's my gold trigger? Where's my gold SPY? 17. Gold cycle pattern. There we go. Thought I had that up. So gold is moving into kind of a nothing day, still marking it as bullish in a counter trend mode. Okay, so we don't have any real pattern for gold today. I do believe, as I mentioned to you, especially with this breakout high, finding a base over here into this higher low right here would be very positive for a nice solid recovery rally back up to this 2720 area. And 2720 has continued to be really a critical level. So I really do believe that this move up into this area is going to be pretty solid, and that this 2720 area is again the next target. So it makes sense to me that gold is going to roll back up as we move into fear, and silver is going to do the same thing. It's kind of a deep washout low right now, and I actually took some call options yesterday in a move to the upside, thinking that we would get basically a 3 to 4 day reversion back up into this kind of this middle channel here range. And you can see the middle channel here puts us right at 2720, 2740. So we'll see how it plays out off of this deep low. But I think gold and silver have been under pressure quite a bit. And like I said, even though we'll see how the markets play out today, but I really do think that gold and silver really want to rally. Okay, so we're going to come back here to Bitcoin, which set up a massive high yesterday, 107, blowing through numbers. I mean, this has been an incredible rally in Bitcoin. And of course, we can see that we continue to rally right up through this channel. So as long as we're rallying right up into that channel, we have no worries of a downtrend yet. So we have gotten above this 100% measured move. We're a little bit higher here. I would be concerned. Let me come back over here. Got to kind of take a look at this from a standpoint of longer term. Wow, look at that move. That's an election move, boy. That's just a massive. Oh, boy. You don't see these very often, let me tell you. Okay, so what do we have back over here? We have a peak level across here. Let's extend it. We're already above it. And let's copy this and come back down here to this low. Come across this rejection point here. One, two, three, potentially four. Four possibly down here. And five possibly up here. So we're at this point rallying up into a peak. And it looks like we are very cleanly, let's see where we're at here with 100% measured move from here to here. And come to this level roughly here to here. Yeah, we're beyond 100%. Logically, guys, we could move a bit higher. But as far as market breadth goes, we're pretty well done with this wave. You can see I had drawn this thing over here a while back, indicating a wave 5 way up here. This could be our number, 115, 114. and we're only about 7,000 away. So I would be fairly cautious of this expanding wedge, this upper range up here at these levels. I mean, yeah, Bitcoin could continue, but if I am correct, we are going to be due for a fairly solid pullback in the near future, bringing us down possibly into this area again. 50, 60,000, 54,000, 60,000, just off of the fact that we're in a big trend, a big AB. So here's our one. Here's our base low. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It looks beautiful. 3 is bigger than 1. 5 is almost the same as 3. Could be a bit higher. And that gives us a real solid potential rally phase up into the 111, 113, 115 area. And then I think we're done. I think that's going to be the top for Bitcoin. Okay, I'm going to leave you there. Remember, we're moving into the holidays. So, get yourself protected, get yourself into a scenario where you can, handle and deal with whatever volatility happens in the markets over the holidays. By next week, by end of this week, we move into that Christmas week. That next week is Christmas. Pretty much, I think a week from today is Christmas. So, no, a week from today is Christmas Eve. Tuesday next week is Christmas Eve. So be prepared, because I think next week's trading is going to be very light. Okay. So we'll pay attention. We'll see what happens. We'll go from there. Talk to you guys later.